Say one of my bands is this is a song from one of my bands, which is called Sensation Play. All of the songs are about male sexual submission. This one was written in December of last year. I think this will work. I've never played this before. Dan lent me this banjolele, but I think it'll be good for this song, and then I'll get my uke out later.
I tried to set the bar really low earlier.
Oh, how foolish of me, the entire month went by. Only found out about it yesterday, and now I wanna cry. It's just 1 month in the entire year, but I found out too late. Could have been deprived of not just sex, but even the ability to masturbate. Locktober, where the cocks are locked in cages. Locktober, to the uninitiated, it sounds outrageous. Locktober, yeah, but it's getting around, yeah, it's contagious. And I'm so pissed, last year I missed Locktober. To you it may sound like an imposition, but believe me, it's no loss. It's free, isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's more like an albatross. So this year in October, my cock will not be free. The only thing that remains to be seen is who will hold the key. Locktober, where the cocks are locked in cages. Locktober, to the uninitiated, it sounds outrageous. October, oh, but it's getting around, yeah, it's contagious. And I'm so pissed, last year I missed this year, you know it's on my list this year, you know I will not miss October. Now I'm gonna read a few. If you saw me yesterday, I did a story that I wrote for my daughter. This is a story that I did not write for my daughter. But it references stories that I did write for her, including a bunny that believes in God and a bear that has a friend with a goldfish. They're referenced in the first paragraph, but this little setup really does not help in enjoying the story. It might make it worse. It's called The Bunny Who Licked Butts. A sweet little bunny was hopping around the meadow. He was an incredibly happy and helpful bunny and had many assorted animal friends. He even had a band with another bunny, a beaver, and a big brown bear. The band was called the Bees, as in the letter B, not as in bees that make honey, but bees because all of their names began with the letter B. Our bunny was named Beanie. Beanie the bunny loved the band, but he also really liked to go wandering around the nearby forest. One day he was walking along and heard an animal whose voice he did not recognize yelling, "Help! Help!" Beanie hopped towards the sound and saw a wolf seeming to chase her tail. Beanie said, "What is wrong?" The wolf, whose name of course was Blitzer, said, "I think I sat in some gum and I can't get it off of my butt." "Oh no," said Beanie, "that is a dire predicament." "I was wondering," said Blitzer, "do you think you could get the gum off?" "How?" asked Beanie. "Well, maybe you could just sort of, lick it off." "Ew," said Beanie. "Please," Blitzer begged, "you can't imagine how uncomfortable this is." Beanie sighed and said, "Okay, I will try, just hold still." Beanie began licking Blitzer's but the task was going rather slowly. "Perhaps you might have to chew on it," said the wolf. "Just really get in there, go to town." "Ew," said Beanie, but he did as the wolf suggested. Blitzer began to moan. "Are you okay?" asked Beanie. "Should I stop?" "Oh, God, no," said the wolf. "Please keep going. Please don't stop." The bunny continued. After a few more minutes, Beanie said, "Okay, the gum is all gone." Somewhat disappointedly, Blitzer said, "Oh, okay, thanks." "Hey, I just thought of something," said Beanie. "Can't you reach your butt with your tongue all by yourself?" Blitzer looked a little embarrassed and said, "You're right, I'm sorry, I tricked you. I feel terrible about it." "But why?" asked Beanie. "Because I thought it would be really nice to have my butt licked." And it was really nice, thank you. I have to go now, said Beanie. The bunny hopped off with somewhat confused feelings. The task hadn't been nearly as unpleasant as Beanie had imagined it would be, but he was a little mad that the wolf had tricked him. On the other hand, Blitzer really seemed to enjoy getting his butt licked, and it made Beanie happy to know that such a simple action could give another animal joy. As Beanie was contemplating this, he saw a fox running toward him. I was wondering if you could help me, said the fox. I was sleeping on the branch of a maple tree, and I seemed to have some sap stuck to my butt. Beanie said, I've read enough Aesop's fables to know about sly foxes that are always outwitting other animals. Tell the truth, you either have no sap on your butt, or you do, but you could easily reach it yourself. The fox said, you're right, I am sly, and I can reach, but I really do have sap stuck to my butt. Could you help me out anyway? It might be nicer for both of us if you clean me out. Beanie sighed and said, okay. And in fact, the sap was delicious, and the task was actually pleasurable, although clearly more pleasurable for the fox. Thanks, said the fox. Toodles. Beanie felt weird. He realized that he hadn't even gotten the fox's name. Beanie felt a little dirty and used, but found that he liked feeling that way, which made him feel even dirtier. Just then, an adorable little prairie dog came rushing toward Beanie. Hi, said the prairie dog, my name is Prudence, and I was hoping you could help me out. Don't even, said Bunny. Just tell me what you have stuck to your butt. Oh, I don't have anything stuck to my butt. I just really like having my ass eaten. Could you do a lonely prairie dog a solid? Sure, said Beanie. And Beanie immediately dived in while thinking to himself that Prudence was not particularly prudent, but at least Prudence had introduced herself. Beanie headed home a little later, exhausted but satisfied. He felt as though he had been really helpful, and Beanie loved to feel helpful. That night, as Beanie fell into a deep, relaxing sleep, he found himself both hoping and not hoping that in time she would be, oh, is it she or he? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Came to be known as the bunny that licked butts. That's the end of that one. The next story is also about an animal. This is from another group I have called Unusual Squirrel, and it's called Invisible Dog. My dog is invisible, but he follows me around wherever I go. He takes invisible pisses on the lawn next door, and my neighbor never knows. He takes a shit in the middle of the sidewalk, and nobody sees and nobody cares and nobody notices when they step in it. He barks, and only I can hear it. He does incredible tricks that only I can enjoy. He eats invisible food that I buy at the invisible supermarket with my invisible money that I make at my invisible job where I sit at an invisible desk doing nothing all day. When I come home, my dog wags his invisible tail and showers me with invisible kisses, and I love the odorless smell of his invisible dog breath. My invisible dog is very, very old, but when he dies, it will be basically the same as it is now, as if he were still here with me. Now I have a choice of two different political poems, one written this year, or one written 20 years ago that I was thinking of while some others were performing. I don't know. I think the one from 20 years ago seems more timely somehow. So I'm going to go with that one, and then we'll see. Yeah. So this was written in December of 1999, just as the Supreme Court anointed Bush the winner of that. I guess it was December of 2000. It must have been, because that's when the election was. So it's 19 years old. It's called a Suggested Response to the Coming Crises. I think the standard triggered warnings apply. Look, I'd be the first to admit that I don't have an ounce of common sense, but I think people should be fucking in the streets. Ass fucking, especially women fucking men in the ass with dildos. What this country needs is a lot more sodomy, because there are a lot of crises coming. Global warming as we rape Alaska for oil, the return of coat hanger abortions, downward economic spirals, nuclear terrorism, the re-emergence of burn the motherfucker down, fuck the police, blow it all up, and let's start over again. It will be a dark and frightening time, and our retarded president will offer a little solace or hope. If you think things cannot get any worse, you have no imagination and no sense of history. I'm not saying it's hopeless. I'm saying that these times call for desperate measures. They call for creative responses. They call for public nudity and ass fucking and cunnilingus and prayer and ritual. I'm talking about a spiritual, sexual revolution. And I don't care if you're heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, asexual, monogamous, polygamous, polymorphously, perverse, fetishistic, submissive, dominant, water sports, Madonna or whore, old, young, liberated, repressed, frightened, ashamed, or even a proud white American jerk-off fuckface who irresponsibly and thoughtlessly makes matters worse by talking stupid shit and voting like shit for brains. We must fuck our way out of this. All of us. We are responsible for our recovery, for our salvation. We must fuck our way out of this. And we must fuck for God. We must offer our cunts and our cocks to Allah, to Buddha, Krishna, or whomever. We must make our sexual offerings and sacraments to the Earth Mother, the universal spirit, the grand unifying force. And that spirit will get us through these crises. Jacking off is fine. If you don't want to fuck anybody, fuck yourself. Repeatedly, reverently, and outdoors. They have to be able to see you doing it with pride and religious conviction. And when they ask what you are doing, you must tell them you are praying. And when they ask why you are doing it, you must tell them, because I've seen the light and heard the voice and seen the vision. And the voice said, go out and fuck and fuck and fuck. And the vision said the same thing visually with gestures and elaborate mudras. So yea, I say unto you, fuck and fuck and fuck, for politics and law have failed us, and only religion and sex and possibly science will save us. So go out and fuck for your God, fuck to save the planet, fuck to save us all, and fuck immediately and often outdoors as soon as it gets warm again, because it was written in December. You see. Yeah, this one's out of tune, so I think I'm just going to stick to the banjolele. I foolishly changed the strings on this, and now it doesn't stay in tune, so I'm going to stick to the banjolele. I do 3 more songs, and I think that might be it for me. This one is trigger warning here is the C word, and it is used to refer to anatomy, not to a person, which is a distinction that may not make a difference. And it's also, it's basically about heterosexual monogamy, so it could be offensive in that sense to anyone who's polyamorous or not straight. Like, I don't think this dog is. Whoa. Yeah, okay. So it goes like this. The only kind I want is your kind. Woo! The only book I want to read is your kind. Your kind. Your kind. The only kind I'll ever want is your kind. The only movie I wanna see is your kind. The only drink I wanna drink is your kind. Your kind. Your kind. The only kind I'll ever want is your kind. The only food I wanna eat is your kind. The only kind I wanna fuck is your kind. Your kind. Your kind. The only kind I'll ever want is your kind. The only kind I'll ever want is your kind. The only kind I will ever want is your kind. It's that simple. This is another Sensation Play song. I referenced it earlier. It's called The Last Time She Peed on Me. The last time she peed on me, the last time she peed on me, her heart wasn't in it and the light inside of me died. The last time she peed on me, the last time she peed on me, I knew it was over and I cried and I cried and I cried. The last time she peed on me, 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 she didn't even care, she didn't even try to disgrace me. The last time she peed on me, the last time she peed on me, she didn't aim for my mouth, she didn't even aim for my face. The last time she peed on me, 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 it was if we had both agreed that this would be the last time she would ever pee on me. I didn't mean to get quite so emotional. I just have one more. Is that all right? Is that okay? Yeah, one more. I'll just go right into it. This is the hardest one for me to play. I invariably. Well, I fucked them all up a little bit, didn't I? But you know, that's important to. I love it. Thank you, Dan, for the use of this lovely banjolele. I've never played one before. Of course, I wouldn't be any better on the uke. I promise you. Sometimes I think no. Wait, sorry. Sometimes my will to live is not that strong. Sometimes I don't see the point of going on. Sometimes I think I don't want to live too long. Sometimes I look at you and I'm already gone. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Fuck me and kill me as I come inside of you. Can we do like the praying mantises do? You know, if I could really play the banjo, this would really be a nice song. As I come inside of you, sometimes I look at you and I already know. Because if you imagine me picking it like a banjo, sometimes I look at you and I already know. Wait, no, sorry. Sometimes I look at you and I'm ready to go. Sometimes I want you so much I break down and cry. Sometimes I want you as much as I want to die. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Fuck me and kill me as I come inside of you. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Fuck me and kill me as I come inside of you. I want you to fuck me even though I won't survive. I want you to fuck me and eat me alive. Fuck me until the blood shoots out of my eyes as I die a little death. Fuck me until I scream die. me and kill me, bite off my head. Fuck me and kill me, make sure I'm dead. Fuck me and kill me, I'm ready to burst. So please kill me, but please fuck me first. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Fuck me and kill me as I come inside of you. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Fuck me and kill me as I come inside of you. Ooh. Can we do like the praying mantises do? Ooh. Fuck me and kill me as I come inside, come inside, come inside. Thank you.